What's up? What's up? It's been a minute and we are back to this week on sports. We had a good week of sports, y'all. A lot of things happened and I'm here to catch you up. I got to start you off with UFC 258. What an amazing showdown. Kamaru Usman, he is an animal. He's a fucking beast, simply put. And his performance against Gilbert Burns was amazing. I'm gonna be honest. I knew it was over when they went to go shake hands. Yup. That's when I knew it was a wrap. That's when I knew Kamaru Usman had the upper hand. Gilbert Burns went for the handshake. Usman just looked him right in his face. And I know they're good friends and came up in the fighting game together and all that stuff, but it's war in here, man. You can't shake hands in the middle of war. And as soon as Gilbert Burns went to shake his hand, I was like, nope, he ain't ready for the night. He gonna get his shit knocked out. And that's exactly what happened in the third round. Usman got me a little scared in the first round, almost made me had to eat my words. He took that shot from that right hook early from Gilbert Burns, got him a little stumbled. But man, Kamaru's he's a champ. He is a beast, and you can see why he's undefeated in UFC. I don't know if many guys can eat a punch like that, man. He ate some punches from Gilbert Burns. He ate some blows, but in the third round, he did what he had to do. Those jabs saved the day, and Gilbert Burns said he didn't have a shot in the third round. All those jabs to the face, he had no chance, and it was just a beautiful fight. Macy Barber returned to the ring, and she lost to Alexa Grasso. That was a fantastic fight as well. You know, Macy fought well in the third after getting beat. You know, in the first two rounds, I thought she fought hard. You know, for a young fighter, she really showed that she didn't really give up. You know, she was down. She was down 2 rounds to 0. She fought her ass off in that third round. You know, so love to see that from Macy Barber. But fantastic fight from Alexa Grasso. UFC 258 was lit. Y'all better start watching these because honestly, this has been the best thing since NFL has ended, has been UFC. NBA update. The Utah Jazz are 22-5. No one gives a fuck. I'm sorry. I mean, how can you take this seriously so early? People are already texting me, man, should the Lakers be worried about the Utah Jazz? And I mean, Utah's a good team. Utah's a good team. Do not get me wrong. Donovan Mitchell's a hell of a basketball player. Rudy Gobert, overpaid, but he's good. Overpaid, but he's good. But that's really all they have. You know, Jordan Clarkson's a fantastic 6-man, fantastic scorer. Bogey's a great scorer as well. But they don't have enough to compete in a legit series, in my opinion. I mean, you're asking a lot from 6'4" Royce O'Neal throughout the playoffs to be guarding the best players. I mean, yeah, he's playing fantastic defense 26 games into the regular season, but it's the Utah Jazz. I put them in the same conversation as the Toronto Raptors. Their regular season, to me, doesn't ever mean too much. Something about the location and having to travel to those games, historically, teams just don't want to play there. They don't show up ready to play. Fans or no fans, no one's excited to go play against Utah. And I'm not excited about their 22-5 record. You know, good for them. I hope they continue. I hope they finish strong. But if I'm the LA Lakers, I'm not worried about this. There's no chance I'm worried about this. What I'm worried about is Ant Davis out for another 2 to 3 weeks. Calf injury there. Hopefully they just nurse AD back. Lakers have nothing to play for in the regular season at all. As long as they make the playoffs, they're fine. You would like to have home court advantage for LeBron. But besides that, I mean, the Lakers can coast for a very long time. And that's what I think you're going to see happen here. Just after the All-Star break, I think you're going to see them kind of pull back a little bit. But the Lakers are playing well for having so many different role players injured and losing a lot of role players in the offseason. Lakers are doing what the Lakers are expected to do. You know who is doing well, though? The Phoenix Suns. They are hot as hell. They have won 9 of their last 10 basketball games. Devin Booker said, put some respect on my name. 3 straight 30-point games. Last week, he was on fire. And the Suns are rolling over there. Chris Paul, like I talked about preseason, Chris Paul's going to bring such a different swag and basketball mentality and seriousness to that locker room before he even gets to how great he is on the court. The Phoenix Suns are going to continue to keep rolling, I believe, as long as they can stay healthy. DeAndre Ayton's been solid. They just got to find one more role player to be consistent for them. Other than those three, they just got to find that one other player who they can rely on every day. But Phoenix Suns will be in the playoffs this season. And like the rest of the NBA, everyone else is just coasting, kind of hanging out. Clippers, surprisingly, are still doing well. I mean, Paul George is out with a swollen toe. You know, I mean, it's the NBA. It's the NBA regular season. Guys are just coasting right now. Guys are hanging out. They've been through a lot. You know, they just finished a season and they're right back at it. So right now, I really take a lot of everything that's going on with NBA right now with a grain of salt. Let me know when it becomes March so we can start talking about some hoops. I'm talking about NCAA March Madness. That's around the corner. Indiana, thank you. Indiana, thank you. It's the first time I would ever say this. Indiana, thank you for hosting March Madness. We appreciate you. The world appreciates you. And if y'all can pull this off without any COVID cases the entire time, that would be fantastic because this has been a very good college basketball season. You got a lot of teams that are kind of just mid-pack. I think Gonzaga and Baylor are leaps above almost every other team in college basketball. Maybe Michigan on a fantastic shooting night because they are an amazing defensive team. Maybe then Michigan has a chance. But I think those two teams are definitely the two best teams in college basketball. But I think we're going to get so much great ball in the first 2 to 3 rounds this March Madness because of how evenly matched everyone is. You don't have the Blue Bloods this year. UNC not going to make the tournament probably. Duke, Syracuse, Kansas is they're on thin ice. They got 3 tough games coming up. Who knows how that season can end for them. The teams that you're used to, Kentucky, they're not going to be in this tournament. So this is going to be something for the little dudes. And I'm pumped for this tournament. It's going to be very interesting, and I really hope Indiana can pull it off. I think March Madness is going to save the NCAA from the issues that they really have coming up this season. On top of all the big-name schools who are about to get investigated, they clearly have a problem with keeping players. I mean, you saw how many players forgoed college last season. You know, obviously Isaiah Top, Green, both went straight to the NBA. Now, today, Duke star Jalen Johnson opts out mid-season to focus on the rest of the NBA. The NCAA has a legitimate concern, I believe, with college sports as a whole. Rightfully so, for the record. They suck. They fucking suck. But they have to figure out what to do. I think it's hilarious that Oklahoma State and Cade Cunningham has a chance to play in the tournament this year, even though they are ineligible to play in the tournament this year because they have appealed the right to play in the tournament this year. And during the appeal process, they're able to continue to play out their games. And due to COVID, of course, they won't be able to get that appeal pushed through quickly enough. So you will get to see the best player in college basketball play in March if all goes well. And like I said, all of this can kind of hide the true issues going on with NCAA as a whole. Hopefully they don't figure it out. I mean, I'm with Jay Billis. NCAA sucks and they need to rebrand it and they need to start figuring out a way to help these players out, man. They're killing these guys, but that's another soapbox for another day. Doing this, a rest in peace to Tampa Bay Buccaneer, former wide receiver, red zone beast, fantastic wide receiver, Vincent Jackson, passed away today. So just rest in peace and praise with his family. That's another tough loss. This year has just been insane. The year has been crazy. Stay prayed up, y'all. Now with sadness follows joy and laughter. And I got to show you the funniest shit I seen in sports this week. Russell Westbrook, not only did he airball the free throw, but we got to talk about my man's reaction when he airballs the free throw. I mean, because every now and then, we've seen guys airball free throws before, People think it's hilarious, but I mean, if you're a basketball player, you've probably airballed like a free throw before. I mean, it happens. You know, your legs get tired, you trust your arms too much, and that mug just come up short. It happens. But Westbrook's reaction when it goes short, he just stares on the line, staring. Like, there's no way he probably cussed himself out when he got in the locker room. He's definitely his biggest critic. And that's just the funniest shit I've seen this week. Had to share that. Kicks of the week go to Jay Rich out of Philadelphia, man. He had the Silk Kobe 9 zone. Them boys were beautiful. And the song of the week is If You Know, You Know by Babyface Ray. But stop playing. Go get that whole album, Unfuckwittable. That's the title name by Babyface Ray out of Detroit. That album is crazy. Yo, that's a wrap. That's all the time we got. Share, subscribe, and tell a friend.